K-Corp is clinched for Major and clinched for Worlds. Hogan Mode needs to win literally everything and have the run of their life to even have a hope. The fans stand behind them. Good luck.
All right, let's go, Johnny. Let's go ahead and see what they can do today.
Let's find out, bro. I'm telling you, bro. There's a good chance we're going to see a Cinderella run, and it all starts now. Hogan Mode up against... Have you heard of this team? Who are these guys? Who are they playing against?
No idea. Never heard of K-Corp.
It's going to be a walk in the park. A walk in the park for Hogan Mode. This is just the beginning. Everybody, sit tight. Get ready for an absolute masterclass by Scrub, Rezi, and Growly.
Should be an interesting one, all things considered. I think K-Corp, I would expect them to play at least a little bit better. Liquid did not look the same when they played against Hogan Mode as they did against Vitality early in the day, but all things considered...
Whoa!
Oh, a straight whiff. Growly towards the net, and Mateer's there to save it. Oh, who knows? Maybe it's just the Hogan Mode, man. It puts the fear in you.
It's the Hogan Mode effect, bro. They've got that, fear factor. They've got the triple threat, and everybody's got to respect that. They're always worried when you go up against this team, thinking what could be happening. Scrub here in a 1v2, no problem. It's actually just a setup for a counter attack. No worries at all. Vatira denied easily there. This is going to be no problem as well for Hogan Mode to defend. See, as expected, Scrub just deflects it to the corner. Karmine Corp are going to need to do a lot better than that.
I think the big person that I actually want to see have a really good day is Itachi. I think he's kind of been the picture of consistency this weekend so far for K-Corp. So I'd like to have him be a solid all-rounder that they can really rely on. And K-Corp wants to be successful. I think that solid performance is going to be good against a team like Hogan Mode, who seems to be throwing a lot of wrenches in a lot of top teams' face. As Scrub Killer right down the middle, and there goes Itachi back for free. Easy enough clear. Second shot from Scrub, denied by Exotic as well. And surprisingly enough, K-Corp kind of struggling to really get the offense going and really pin back this Hogan Mode defense.
Yeah, and this is not brand new, at least for now. Oh, what's a touch by Itachi. Honestly, a very lucky goal there if we're going to be completely transparent here. But that back pass there from Exotic so made it possible. He's really done well to get not a lot of power on that. I was about to say, though, this is not the first time these two teams have played. We were blessed with a Karmine Corp against Hogan Mode match in Regional 1. Karmine Corp took game 1. Hogan Mode rallied. And then they let Karmine Corp win 3 games because they didn't want to spoil the Blue Balls fun early on in the split. They wanted to save it for Regional 3.
Very polite of them. The long road back now, starting hopefully now. Scrub, a lot of pressure in that corner, looking for some type of demo. Kind of freezes Itachi, gets the solid dunk. Growly, can you score this one? Itachi again, able to recover nicely and get the big part of the car right behind the center of the ball. And close call for Hogan Mode, but having to look elsewhere. Another dump into the middle. Big whiff from Growly. Rezi forced into the safety of the corner, which will allow KC to come forward.
Yeah, KC, they're settled into this match now. I think that the initial fear of facing Hogan Mode is now past, and they're just in a normal game for them now. But still with that just 1-goal lead, not the most comfortable position to be in. And Hogan Mode they're a threat against anyone. This team has really no comparison anywhere in the history of Rocket League, anywhere around the globe. They are just one of a kind. Such a distance away from the World Championship, but everybody still has so much hope for them to make it. We asked Scrub yesterday, what's the plan in order to make that a reality? He said, one step at a time. They're not looking past Karmine Corp. They absolutely shouldn't look past Karmine Corp. That's their full focus right now at the start of the day.
I think that's definitely the right approach, to say the least. You overlook a team like Karmine Corp, you're either really, really good or really, really dumb. And Hogan Mode, definitely the right approach. Can't afford to look past them. Right now, I think the idea for K-Corp is just, okay, let's not do anything too crazy. Just try and pure basics here as a team bump and some demos come through and keep K-Corp in possession.
It's a bit unfortunate there from Hogan Mode, just as the counter-attack was about to commence. Like you mentioned, the team bump brought it to a quick halt. Scrub Killer with a fake there to bring Rezi into the play. Very selfless play by the Scot. Karmine Corp, I have to be careful not to overextend and fall for Scrub's tricks. He could just be faking at any moment in Chiefs, in any direction, at any end of the pitch.
That's what makes him, used to make him so dangerous, still is. Can't afford to look over Scrub Killer, much in the same way that if you think he's washed, we got another thing coming.
That's what he said to himself in his interview yesterday as well. He said, you know, a lot of these players, they think I'm washed, and then when I start playing well against them, they start to get tilted. So they're really working with that. Rezi here against Vatira. Vatira does well. Just keep control of the ball there. He's just guided it clear, giving his team so much time to get back in position. Just 45 seconds left for Hogan Mode in game 1. Trailing by that 1 goal. And now with a decent little counter-attack getting started. Exotic blocks it. This is again just stalling in the back corner. This is what Karmine Corp do best.
Yeah, I really do like that approach from KC. It's really just, okay, keep ball control, force them to come take it off you. Itachi actually gives the ball away there. Does not play it properly or manages speed. And last few chances may belong to Hogan Mode. Scrub, top of the net! He's going to deliver a banger to tie it up.
A golden goal by the golden striker. Griley off the sidewall. Scrub Killer up immediately. No one from Karmine Corp in sight. Bar down and in. 126 kilometers per hour. Unstoppable with only 18 seconds left.
Oh, the devastating blow. Hogan Mode, you just can't shake him. Doesn't matter if you've been in control all game. They only needed 1. And they found it. KC hoping to avoid overtime here. If Exotic finds this bump, Rezi, nice job dodging it, but does he keep possession? Decent enough flip reset to keep a good press going. There's the bump. Here comes Scrub, and he will keep it in play. Rezi's going to and KC just say, yeah, that one's not dangerous. We'll go to OT.
Nervous times for Karmine Corp. Bit dangerous at the end of that game. Now here comes Rezi with a stealing pinch. Oh my goodness! He almost had that. It was well defended either way.
Terrifying opening to the overtime. If you're KC, Vatira in not an enviable position either. Good assessment of what was actually dangerous. Scrub, flip reset, drops it into the middle. Itachi will come and bail everybody out and recognize he had a little bit of space to work with. Doesn't keep command though, and Hogan Mode finally during overtime seemed to have found some strong possession time. But unfortunately that big Itachi managing that challenge wonderfully, and K-Corp get through the gap.
Oh, that was almost a counter-attack for Karmine Corp. It's going to be a shot from Itachi in the back post, blocked by Rezi. And he takes control. He's not got a lot of boost here, but he's going to stay behind the ball. This really does well for his team. He's buying them so much time, and now Scrub Killer does follow up with a lot of boost. He's got Growly waiting in the middle. He goes for the infield pass, and it's a shot on target. Oh my goodness! Hogan Mode put it together.
Growly just camped out. He saw there's only one direction this play's going. It's just how fast is it going to get there? The answer is too fast for Vatira. Growly right on top of it. Bang, left side. Hogan Mode up 1. Oh, it's a new day in Europe. You still never know what's going to happen. What is going on here? This is what, 15 shots for K-Corp, 1 goal, and 11 saves.
Chiefs, they should call a timeout right now. Hogan Mode got a flex on him. I don't think they've done it in time. If they called a timeout right there, that would have been absolutely glorious. Growly could whip out the guitar, starts doing a little freestyle solo after the solo play that he pulled off on them earlier on in this game. Oh, we just can't get enough of this team. Incredible stuff. They're a legitimate threat. I know a lot of you listening are probably thinking that, what are they talking about? This is Karmine Corp. They can't be beaten by Hogan Mode. Who are these guys? I watched the second split. I watched the first split. I haven't heard of them. But no, seriously, they are a threat against anyone. They can beat Karmine Corp. But Karmine Corp should win, if we're being honest, just for 1 second. And now we're going to be dishonest again. Hogan Mode are going to win. They're going to win. Everybody's predicting them to win. Imagine a second of honesty. That's all you're going to get. Hogan Mode up by 1.
Long way to go. I really did like that KC approach, though. It really felt solid. Didn't feel like they wanted to press and just allow a dangerous 2-on-1 or anything like that. But the sad part is even that approach, ultimately not enough to get the job done. Scrub Killer blasting one top of the net and then set up Growly to score one on the right side. I don't know. It kind of rattled me a little bit if I'm KC here, is indeed the defense starting to miss a couple of touches. Hogan Mode pick up right where they left off on the offensive side.
Well, you know what really is wonderful to see from Hogan Mode is that confidence with their second man. Growly was so pushed up in the middle as the center ball came through from Scrub. And remember, Rezi was on 0 boost just seconds before that, so they're fully committed. They do not care that it's Karmine Corp's defense against them. They're all in. All 3 players committed to the attack. Rezi stalls to give time to get boost, and then Scrub and Growly combine with the boost that Rezi gave them time to get to put one in the back of the net. That's what teams need to do if they're going to have any chance against Karmine Corp. So many teams are afraid of this team. So many regions are afraid of this team. And Hogan Mode are not.
Right attitude. Every offense does need to have everybody on the same page. Itachi really pressing Rezi here. Growly, great job at identifying the seam right down the middle. Vatira right back to the wall for Exotic. Can he get this one center? It's a little soft, and it'll be punched away by Rezi off the wall. Growly just trying to slow down the attack a little bit. Give his teammates time to really push up into the midfield. Scrub and Vatira stalemate in the middle. It goes right into the hands of Exotic. Doesn't keep good control, though, and KC poking and prodding, seeing if there's any gaps. Growly, nice deflection up to the ceiling. Itachi down to the middle. Scrub sees it's wide and just punts it away.
Yeah, great stuff there by the Hogan Mode crossbar. The fourth defender that they can always rely on. Growly fakes it for Rezi. And Rezi puts the top ins.
Oh, you'd think we should have scored right there. Scrub lets one bounce, and then Growly just traps it. Misdirection, let it go. Exotic can't cover the distance. And the left side is open. Would you believe it?
Just a perfect fake there from Growly. Exotic expected a Growly solo play. And it's all, as you said, misdirection for Rezi to just shoot for free. 1-0 Hogan Mode. They've scored 3 unanswered now, but KC might be about to answer. Never mind, here comes Scrub. He's got boost to get back to this ball, so this is going to frustrate Karmine Corp. They're not getting anything for free. They're not really that many mistakes for them to punish.
Oh, Vatira somehow chopsticks it off the post. Thought for sure that was number 2 for Hogan Mode. Oh, Johnny, you were talking about it. They're committed to the offense. I mean, they just went all the way across body to go and get that ball, and just by good grace, Vatira kept it out. Chance to double tap, chopped away, and somehow Growly and his teammate don't own goal that.
Wait.
KC starting to get a little frustrated. Transition back the other way as a nice demo to slow things down, but not done yet.
I mean, this really is a factor that we have to think about. Karmine Corp might be looking past Hogan Mode here. We talked about how Hogan Mode said yesterday they're not looking past KC. That makes sense. But are Karmine Corp looking past Hogan Mode to their greater threats that they might be thinking about? BDS, that they need to avenge yesterday's loss against. Vitality, they need to avenge last event's loss against. Hogan Mode have got them on the ropes.
Certainly not looking good right now. Rezi actually caught one step too far. Wanted that center boost. Exotic misses. Should be free for Vatira. And no, it's not. Growly makes it back in time. Scrub on transition. He's got to work through 2. Tries to slow it down. And Growly also on the same page. Throws it out to the side wall. And they'll try and approach from a little stronger position here in the midfield.
Oh my.
A little flip reset for Rezi. Will lock Vatira down on his own corner. Nice couple of challenges from KC. And they may have numbers back the other way.
It's all right. Scrubkilla just pre-jumped yesterday for this. They are so confident against Karmine Corp. The double reset play from Rezi, and now Scrubkilla pre-jumping his last man. You know, it really is just such a wonderful thing to see. An inexperienced team like Hogan Mode going and giving it their everything against such a terrifying opponent. We're approaching the final minute. Rezi's got a chance to the redirect, and it's a double commit from Karmine Corp. It actually pounces on it to deny Scrubkilla the easy access. Hogan Mode always helping each other out. Growly notices Scrub's being bumped off the play, so he cuts rotation, takes away the danger.
That great identification of that, like you said, confidence in the second man. Growly knowing that he can just go for that pop towards net. Scrub denies, and a couple of boost steals here for KC, but a missed touch, and Itachi, that's the only play off the sidewall to keep it going. 30 seconds, time a factor now for KC.
Oh, wow.
And you do what Hogan Mode did to you. Nice, easy clear for Vatira. 2 trapped in the KC side. You have to score this. That one's off the wall! Off the wall again, Exotic right side, and they're gonna score. Hogan Mode panic, and they concede.
Oh, well, you know, initially, Vatira completely botched that shot. I don't think he was trying to hit that into the near post, but it works out well. It hits the Hogan Mode defender, and Karmine Corp will equalize. Pretty similar time frame to the last game. It was Hogan Mode coming back late. Now it's KC.
In the regulation looming, KC seeing if they get one more look at it. Growly, great shot right down the middle. It will be kept out by Vatira, no problem. Itachi looking for a little help, chopped down, and Rezi double touch to steal that one away, and very likely overtime as Vatira just tasked with damage control, and Scrub wants to put this one away. He doesn't have the boost, and there he is!
My God.
To make it 2-0 for Hogan Mode. You gotta be kidding!
Scrubkiller knew he couldn't make it, but it's actually thought he was going for the double. Vatira panic flips on the goal line as well. A complete capitulation from Karmine Corp, who called time out. It's a good thing they did, because I think that Hogan Mode were about to do the same thing. Time out Karmine Corp. Hogan Mode lead by 2.
Oh, my days. It's so nice to be a spectator, I think, in this situation, because we can all see Scrubkiller's got 0 boost in the tank. And
Yeah.
like, oh, no. You can just see it all playing out. Huge dive from Itachi, and man, Karmine Corp, that's... that one cuts a little deeper than you might think.
Wow. It's something special. Vatira, he's separated himself from the situation, which is probably a smart thing to do. He's just menacingly standing there as he's probably just having a little bit of a, early life crisis, I suppose. Like
Moment to himself.
How are we down by 2 games? What on earth is going on? They just scored a 0-second goal on us. I just backflipped on the goal line. I mean, this is something Vatira has never processed before. I mean, I feel like we're getting lots of different little potential screenshots of Vatira standing in different areas of the Karmine Corp facility. I mean, this is something that Endpoint used to do, walking around and trying to get loose, because he might be feeling very tense. If he's double tapping his jump button and accidentally flipping there, must be feeling really tense. So, I mean, props to him. This is a smart move, but wow, what an unexpected position at the start of the day.
I'm with you, though. I think that is a straight kind of just recenter yourself, gather mentally a little bit, and just force the reset on yourself. And that's the right approach, because errors like that, especially in that's what these top players at the RLCS, they talk about, the pressure, the expectation to win when you are the best. And then you find yourself down 0-2 to Hogan Mode. He's got the weights out. Everybody.
Let's go kill his bicep.
You can't write this. You couldn't make it up.
Oh, this is just incredible. They're actually just flexing on Karmine Corp. But no, Gene, actually, if you think about it, this is so smart from Scrub. He's already thought about his goal celebration, where obviously he whips out his biceps. He's got the pump now. He's going to look absolutely massive on the camera. Like, I hope no one from Karmine Corp sees this. They'll be like, my goodness, Scrub looks huge right now. His veins are popping out. This man is a maniac.
Better see a huge flip reset, just jam one straight through a defender this game. That's what I want right now from Scrub in game 3.
Oh, just give us the timeline. Can we please be the universe where Hogan Mode win this game and call a timeout? It's all I ask. It's really all I ask in life.
You don't ask for much.
I don't.
But you will ask for this.
I'm one of those people, when someone says, what do you want for your birthday? I say, I don't know. Now, don't worry, Scrubkiller's got this. Not a panic in the world. Easy peasy. Let me tell you, bro. Oh, double commit, bro. Double the chance to success, bro.
That's that positive mentality.
Yeah, you've got to stay positive. I mean, it's what got them in trouble in the qualification for the last event. They were overconfident. They started to get really negative when they were losing. Now they're just staying positive. They're supporting each other. They're just having so much fun with it. Oh, boy, shot. Nice save by Vatira, but the follow-up. Oh, Vatira, double save.
What an effort on the goal line from Vatira. I thought for sure that one's going in. Growly's going to make this one tough to read. Exotic, thankfully the only one there for it. Hogan Mode still putting the pressure to KC. Chip out to the side. Exotic will win that race. Only back the other way. The only one waiting for it's Growly. Drops the flip reset. Exotic will just throw it into the corner. Hogan Mode stealing boost, though. It's getting a little dicey here for KC. Hogan Mode really finding some nice gaps to move that ball through and doing a great job keeping close to it. Finally, one slips away, but there's Growly once more. How do you get this ball to a scoreable spot? A little fake. There's Scrub, but he wasn't ready for it, actually, and they ran into each other. Everything coming together a bit too slow, and Hogan Mode denied.
Oh, lovely back pass by Rez. He brings Scrub into the play. Vatira's got an awkward touch. He does well to keep it in the back corner. Doesn't want to center it in front of his own net there. Ooh. Now Hogan Mode. Oh, they've been caught out. What a shot by Exotic. It came out of nowhere.
Growly really just rotating back down the center line here. He's seeing that challenge from Rezi. That's what he's gearing up for. And he sees his teammate get bumped off and just doesn't have that reaction time to process what's going to happen next. And before you know it, pace back to the back post. Couldn't reach it. Great job from KC. Kind of settling the nerves, you would hope. 3 minutes is a long way to go, especially the way this Hogan Mode offense has been coming at you.
And this is, you know, not, again, it's familiar territory for Hogan Mode. They've been behind in this series in game 1. They came back late. They kept on just grinding out saves and fighting for the midfield before they eventually had their chance to score. Now 2 of them have been demoed here, but Rezi's attempted a play anyway. You know, the one thing that I think could bite Hogan Mode here is if they get overexcited. This is going brilliantly for them. 2 games in a row, but they've got to just keep the focus. They've got to keep the same game plan that they had in games 1 and 2. That's a really good save by Scrub. Good cover. It could have been a tough shot.
Nasty bounce as well to kind of take possession away. Now both teams vying for it. Growly kind of just chips that one away for free. Itachi able to dodge a demo, and Growly, excellent recovery there in the midfield to put pressure back on that KC side as Scrub Killer says, come on, do something. And they actually backfires. KC break out beautifully. And one more time, Growly's just getting it done in the midfield on the defensive side. He's moving that ball around quite nicely for Hogan Mode.
A nice offload there by Vatira, but it's actually shot was denied. Oh, we've got... Oh, wait, who turned away from that? Was that Scrub turning away, or was that just the wall turning them both away? And regardless, we might have had a 2v2 there. Would have been very interesting. I think it would have been... It would have made sense that Hogan Mode...
You feel Hogan Mode would have went for it, yeah.
Yeah, like, why not? Let's get as weird as possible and get Karmine Corp out of their comfort zone.
Karmine Corp's like, nah, we're not playing that game. Scrub to Growly. Growly
Oh!
net, and he will double tap it. Vatira, did he have any boost, or did he just not believe him?
Vatira had 100. He had 100, he just didn't go, and then he couldn't read what Growly was doing. He thought the shot was on target, realized it wasn't. Before he could process where to go, Growly's doubled it in.
Tough situation, and definitely not one that you really expect Vatira to make, right? I mean, more often than not, he makes a play like that look relatively routine, and you hope that that isn't another sticking point in the mindset for him after that backflip on the goal line in game 2. KC doing their best here, get themselves back in this game.
You know, something to consider, Vatira, after their Regional 1 matchup, where Karmine Corp were able to beat Hogan Mode 4-1, tweeted, they're lucky we gave them 1 game. Or I think he actually, he didn't just tweet in general, I think he replied to Rezi or Growly and said, you're lucky we gave you 1 game. He said it to their face. Well, as close to their face you can get online. But this isn't what they expected. They probably thought, let's sweep them this time. And it clearly is not a sweep today. This could be a chance for Exotic. Low 50. Growly not having it, plays the ball.
Oh, and a trap and cut back to the inside to really force KC to run back on defense. Couldn't actually make anything happen, but that ability to influence play in a certain direction so valuable, and there's that speed. Scrub wisely going to wait his turn here in the midfield line. So Rezi comes through, and Growly cuts rotation, gets through Exotic. Scrub gets a little bit of a piece taken out of him. KC on a score with 0 left, just to put no doubt in their mind.
Wow.
Rezi doing his best to trap this one. He's going to need some help to make this one happen. He finds Scrub
no way
towards the wall, and it comes off a little bit flat. If it came with a little more height, you thought there was something.
Yeah, just wouldn't sit right on Scrub's car for the flick, so he tried to mind game. Karmine Corp not having it. They're able to stop that one.
Oh, he's
they
there.
stop this. Rossi at the back post, well covered by KC. Fake challenge by Growly does nothing, but the flick is just going wide. Rezi helps it on its way.
Exotic for Itachi. Very aggressive third man for KC. They have to give ground. Growly really doesn't square that up the way I think he wanted, but the pace of it will actually work out pretty decently. Scrub with a little bit of interference on Vatira. Forces Itachi to just dump the ball long, so Hogan Mode will remain in possession. That's not the right place for that ball, though. And now the fight for possession will start in earnest.
Scrub with quite a lot of a kick on that. Oh, that's a dive by Rezi. That's a really confident, surprising third-man dive, perhaps. That almost puts KC in an awkward position. Exotic with a phenomenal read. Oh my goodness, how on earth has he predicted that slight angle bounce?
Ooh, straight to us.
It looks like Scrub will be there. This is how, again, Hogan Mode might end up overextending. You'd think that's surely a threat that Karmine Corp have.
Ooh.
I think that should bounce well for Itachi, or Vatira. Yeah, he's waiting for it. And good reads on the back wall above their own heads. Karmine Corp not panicking.
That's a great demo from Vatira. Really forces everybody on Hogan Mode to slow down. Itachi wanting to keep that disruption going. Exotic is caught one step too far forward, though, in Hogan Mode. And you thought they were going to get backed into a corner, find a way to break out. Reset all that pressure. Rezi goes towards the wall. Exotic, that's the right play. Keep it close. Just don't let Hogan Mode come at you in a decent enough position where anything can hurt you, really. Vatira forced to go to the safety of the corner. The boost steal starting to come for Hogan Mode. Rezi
wow.
with a double tap. Here's Scrub, keeps it high. Growly's going to need help, but unfortunately, he's not in a good place to shoot.
As the defense from Karmine Corp holding up at the moment. Exotic's got to be careful with these mind games, though. Growly has read him on a lot of these attempted fakes. That's the demo by the last man, but Growly lost control of the ball. Karmine Corp have everybody back. Hogan Mode trying not to overextend here, but looking for that opening, or maybe just trying to force the issue. Vatira, has he got the double? No, he doesn't, and now Growly on the counter.
Got a big piece of him taken out as he went up for that air dribble. He was trying his best to recover off the ceiling. Scrub a little delay touch, and he actually will keep the ball, and Exotic is very glad Rezi was not quite in position for that one, as it would have been an open net. And Vatira just smashing back up the field, and now you wonder if KC might just go back to the idea for game one. Let's just play solid, make them beat us, see what we can do.
I mean, it's a risky play style because this is what Hogan Mode want. They want to attack, so Karmine Corp are allowing them to do that here. But, you know, Karmine Corp have done so well. They haven't panicked at all, and now they're looking to create chances of their own. Vatira unmarked to the back post, but his shot goes wide. Rezi will slowly take it back to the blue end. Oh, very committed there, but Itachi unaffected. Now looking for the full-length air dribble. It looks like his reset just kind of landed him on the ball, and not really a lot of motion.
Ooh, and it's going to be a nasty hop into the middle. Growly's going to be
the free jump!
Scrub! He was trying just to get in front of the defense. And Hogan Mode is really pulling out all the stops just to try and win the pace battle. Thankfully, the ball went wide if you're a Hogan Mode fan, as Growly will take that one away. But KC trying to establish some position here in the midfield. They might just do that. Vatira wants to disrupt on the goal line. He takes a bite out of Growly. There's the second demo pass. Middle, stolen away. Down this just off the post. Rezi can't make the read. You thought Hogan Mode did it again.
Oh, so close, bro. Psionics, please. It's not going to be the post that they wanted. Karmine Corp had a 3v1 and they almost got scored on. Oh, here comes Vatira. Floor double denied, but Itachi and Exotic are both there, and Exotic puts it in. We are not going to a quad match point. It is going to need to be a bit of a longer series for Hogan Mode.
Really nice challenge from Vatira there to get over one. Exotic kind of just waiting his turn deep back and said, oh, that one's easy enough. Growly, at long last, on the defensive side, not in position to make a second effort at it. What a showcase.
Oh.
Both teams.
Timeout Hogan Mode. That is very interesting. So they tweeted out earlier that they're going to save that for after winning a game, and Growly will whip out the guitar. But it looks like they are going to use it to actually discuss beating Karmine Corp at Rocket League, which you could argue is a more sensible strategy. No, I don't hate this. As CJ would say, I don't mind it.
I don't mind it either, I don't think. Because you really just kind of, I guess you don't want to let KC really get settled in and be like, okay, we're good, we got this, let's just keep it going. And you might just think, okay, we have the right idea. Because I don't really think Hogan Mode really did anything here that was like, hey, you need to fix something. It was a decent enough game. It was, in fact, quite winnable. Just got to give credit where it's due. KC played pretty solid defense.
Jeez, I think, do you know what? I think Scrub's doing some tricep dips here. He might be trying to balance out the bicep curls from the previous timeout. Because, as you all know, you want to mirror your exercises. Otherwise, you'll get a little bit too strong in one direction. So he's done the bicep curls last time, and now he's doing the tricep dips. So that's going to straighten out his arms again. And now probably feel a lot more natural controller position.
If you're right about that, I don't know if I would be happy or disgusted.
I know Kyle, I've known him for almost half of his life at this point, so I mean, if there's one player I should have a good read on, it would be him. But yeah, this is, to look bigger picture here, this is definitely a test for Hogan Mode. everything was going their way. It seemed like it was just their day and they're going to thrive, which would be perfect for them. Obviously, they've got a long, long way to go if they're going to qualify for the Spring Major and keep their season alive. They need to win against Karmine Corp. They need to beat the loser BDS Vitality. So they need to beat BDS. Then they need to beat Vitality twice, and then they need to beat Moist. 5 series in a row. And they are going to be in a row. 5 best of 7. So this is just Series 1, and they've hit their first road bump. I mean, you can't afford to have too many of these. I mean, just how long can you perform at the top level?
It's an exhausting day. People generally don't think of esports as being particularly exhausting, but some pretty significant mental tax that goes on there. Trying to sit there and be locked in and play peak performance all the time. It is difficult.
We have to praise Karmine Corp as well, because they were up against it there. That was not an easy game. They had several incredible defensive reads. A lot harder to read the backboard above you. As we see there, Exotic with a miss. I mean, it's a harder read from Exotic's POV. I mean, even a world-class player like him, that's much harder to get a touch on that ball. And Growly has got one less dimension to think about. So, well played, Growly. I mean, he nailed that. Not an easy read, but if they keep peppering the backboard like this, even a team like Karmine Corp are going to miss eventually.
You're right. It's funny you point out that exact read, because that's the exact read that I saw BDS make at the World Championship, and I saw Extra hit that, and I was like, oh, they're just winning if they're...
Yeah, it's such a difficult read. You're coming in sideways, and you've got to think about how fast the ball is going, what angle is it going to bounce at. You've got to really time your arrival to perfection, whereas if you're just coming at the ball like Riley was, the timing of your arrival isn't as important because you can adjust last second with the height of your car. You don't have that luxury. Oh, hold on. Exotic's actually slotted one through here. Karmine Corp with a quick equalizer for a change. It looked like Scrubkiller's touch might take it away, but look at Exotic at that far post, more than ready to send it back on target.
Yeah, just good recognition of where the play was headed. Saw how Scrub jumped at it, said, well, the only way the play goes is here. It's just a matter of where exactly it is. And I think Rowley was hoping that would have a bit more pace behind it so he could actually go out and clear that one away. But came off a little soft. Exotic ate it up. And K-Corp pressing quite nicely here. Not done yet. Itachi just takes the space that's given him and will try and make something happen. And he's going to do a beautiful job of it down towards the net, and Scrub forced to clear it away.
Hogan Mode haven't had to do too much defending for long periods of time. Karmine Corp playing a much deeper defensive line. Oh boy! This is why it's a bit risky to try and play that deep defensive line against a team like Hogan Mode, who are not showing any respect with their second man. Charlie dives, just crushes it through. Hogan Mode, right off the timeout, up 2-1.
Rezi as well. He full committed to that one in the corner just as much as Growly did. And they're saying, nope, this one's going in or we're getting scored on. We don't care if we do.
Tira's got a bit of a freebie there. That's well done, Scrub. Been reading it off his own backboard. I think Scrub had a couple of games in Regional 1 where he was just, what's the opposite of stat padding? Whatever it is, that's what he's doing. He says, 26 points games, 10-point game, but not today. He's making a real impact on the scoreboard and off of it.
It's the most frustrating part, I think, about a player like Scrubkiller as well. It's not like he's a bad defender, right? He's always been an excellent defender in the European side of things. So everyone thinks, oh, he's washed. I mean, he's obviously performed quite nicely here on offense, but add in the fact that he's still got that rock-solid defensive foundation to rely on, as Vatira almost finds a couple of demos, but everybody on Hogan Mode able to get out unscathed. And Scrub needs a little bit of help from his teammates to gain possession. It will work out. Vatira actually has to give up that corner boost as well, and they run into each other.
Wow, that was a respawn from a demo, almost getting Karmine Corp in a world of trouble. Really unfortunate that the spawn was exactly in the worst place. Yeah, we're still in a bit of a slower paced game. Karmine Corp not forcing the issue just yet. Yeah, interesting to note, like you said, Scrubkiller known for his defense historically. It's how he made a name for himself years ago, even before he could play RLCS. And Vatira, the same start to his career, defensive player for a very aggressive team. So it's not a bad way to start for these young players who can then have long careers.
Scrub down into the middle. Itachi, that's actually a really nice touch. Just keep it high out into the corner. Everybody thinking that maybe that one gets popped down into the middle. Exotic Tries to keep it close to himself, force Hogan Mode to come in and maybe commit a little too far. And Itachi again, he's just taking the space. That's the right idea. It hasn't quite worked out for KC in that regard yet, but I like the idea of not just smashing it back into Hogan Mode. That's really when KC has started to allow some dangerous approaches. Resi from the top wall, and he's going to chop it down for Growly. Growly's been so solid all day, and he finally misses a put away.
Well, that was a ridiculous pre-jump in defense. It did not connect, but Growly did not able to slot the uncontested shot. They didn't need it necessarily, still up by 1, but boy would they have liked a 2-goal difference.
Ooh, not a solid enough clear either, doesn't really get any distance. Exotic just poked down to the safety of the corner. Resi just getting as big as possible. Hogan Mode looking for that single clear, and it is found deep over the head of Vatira in the midfield, and very awkward air dribble as he just interrupts it, and Scrub pokes it away, forces Itachi to make the touch, and how about that second go and get it touch as well to really prevent the put away as Exotic gets dunked on by Growly. Not into the net, but Vatira will find the clear, and KC is hoping that they can get possession back cleanly enough to actually put together an offensive drive.
Yeah, they've not starved Hogan Mode's boost yet, and we're in the final 20 seconds of the game now. Hogan Mode are continuing to advance. They're not giving Karmine Corp any ground for free here, and now Karmine Corp have thrown it a little bit more into top gear. Do they have the time remaining, though? Is it too late?
5 seconds. Itachi, that's a nasty hop to handle. It went straight at Scrub Killer. Resi steals it away. There's time on the clock, and look at him chop it down to the floor. Hogan Mode up 3-1.
3-1 Hogan Mode triple match point. Bro, unbelievable. But you better start to believe this team proving all the doubters wrong. I think Regional 1 was just to prove it to themselves that they had it in. And Regional 2, maybe the learning experience. Okay, let's not get too excited here. But Regional 3, they've found the perfect balance. They are confident, but they're not going too far. They're not falling for Karmine Corp's tricks. Karmine Corp's trying to bait them in with low 50s, trying to trick them with little mind games and passing plays and defense. Hogan Mode are not falling for it. They are just waiting patiently for their clear-cut chances and then taking them consistently. Except that one Growly missed, but we'll let him off.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it. Yeah. They ended up winning the game, so it's fine. We can forget about the insurance goal.
Didn't matter, bro. Didn't matter. We won anyway, bro.
Absolute chaos here heading into Game 5. KC backs against the wall. Certainly not a sentence I thought I was going to be saying today.
Not this early,
especially in this match. But you have to give them credit. I mean, everybody on Hogan Mode has just looked absolutely lights out. Challenge game's been great. The follow-through has been great. Defense has been adequate. It's been a complete day so far for Hogan Mode, but they're not done yet.
You know, Karmine Corp clearly have come into this match thinking, let's just let Hogan Mode beat themselves. We don't need to do anything too crazy here. They're going to overextend. They're going to double commit. They're going to miss. And we're just going to win because we are the more consistent team. But that's not been the case. You know, there have been slight inconsistencies here and there with Hogan Mode, but for the most part, they have, like you said, all played very well. You know, that might have actually been a bit of a team save. Not really one that you can play around, but not something Karmine Corp want to have happen now of all times. That is going to be all the more frustrating in a matchup they were supposed to win. Vatira's in the octane, by the way, so it's clearly not feeling too great with his own play today.
Ooh. Exotic with that pre-jump as well, and to be fair, he was right on it, just didn't make contact with the ball. Resi towards Growly. Vatira somehow able to win a challenge against 2 people, and that ball goes straight to Exotic. I don't know if that trap was the right idea. It's going to slow down the counterattack from KC, even I think the punt would have been the better choice to really force them to play it from an awkward position. But KC still in control, and Resi, that is a quality touch just to prevent anything from really getting started.
I love those touches by Growly and Resi especially. You know, Scrub sitting a bit deeper, doesn't need to do that all that often, but Growly and Resi on their rotation back, always looking to impact the play while they go back into defense. If they can cut Karmine Corp off, they do. And a bit of trouble here, but the ball is in a safe location for Hogan Mode. No clear shots for KC. 2 minutes gone. It's been majority KC pressure, and not really a lot to show for it.
Exotic to Vatira. A lot to pick from, but not enough. Growly actually has the top right covered.
How on earth has he saved that so calmly as well? It just bounced effortlessly into the corner. Karmine Corp would have preferred a bigger touch there so they can pounce on it, send it back in the middle. Growly's actually squashed that between himself and the post, and he's not giving up possession.
Ooh, Rezi gets caught in a really weird spot, gets a piece taken out of him as well. The bump, but he recovers beautifully, just chucks it into the corner for some time. Exotic trying his best, and that's a nasty pinch.
Whoa.
Vatira has Itachi waiting for him. Everyone kind of said, hang on a second, did he just own goal the world?
Back pass. This was a very composed Hogan Mode performance in Game 5. Rezi, reset Merchant today of all days. And the one time that Karmine Corp didn't want to see the mechanics peaking. That's fine, it's a back pass, don't worry. Hogan Mode probably called that. I think it's one of their plays they've been practicing as a team all week in preparation for this. Tension rises, and we were talking about the tension that got the better of Vatira, got the better of Karmine Corp in Game 2. Double commit actually might play.
Oh
my goodness, the game works out for them! They can do nothing wrong!
I was just thinking, oh, he's going up to steal this. Why? And he bumps his teammate off the ball, says, hang on, I still have 35 boost. Let's see what we can do with it. How about just obliterate the defense?
That is one of the silliest goals I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure Growly's bump onto Rezi hit the ball into a position that Growly could catch up to. That is like something out of a freestyle montage. And it's
and he missed. He's going to put in 2.
Oh, it's going to go in Growly!
He goes to the ground pinch.
Karmine Corp, more like crumbling Corp. It's 2-0. Itachi with a huge miss. Growly pinches it over Vati. This is not how I expected Hogan Mode to win this in the one world that they do in fact win. But they're only a minute and 25 seconds away from pulling it off.
I was just thinking before those 2 goals happened, man, it feels like we rewinded like all the way back to Game 1, where it was just slow, very methodical from KC, see what happens, and then bang! Growly has arrived and has destroyed all hopes and dreams. And KC, on the verge of getting eliminated by Hogan Mode, need a bit of a miracle. 60 seconds to work with. Time starts now. No time to waste. Down to Itachi and kind of drops the shot, but look at that clear!
Growly has played it perfectly off the post for the second time this game, and now we're in the final minute. Karmine Corp are desperate. They are pushing. They're sending everyone, and that one will go through. Vatira forced the goalie to dodge the bump just long enough to allow Itachi's shot to go in.
Great disruption. Rezi actually missed that ball. He was trying to just chip that back into the corner, and you're right, Vatira forcing Scrub to kind of stutter step on the goal line. Couldn't close the lane down. KC cut the lead in half and give themselves a chance at least to stay alive.
Scrub kill that. We'll be very happy to see that that's an uncontested clear. Growly actually threatening something here. They've got to be so careful not to overextend. Karmine Corp have increased the pace, and they are going to use those bumps and demos ahead of the ball as the time gets down towards the end of the game. Scrub killer with a big pinch clear. It's infield. Vatira a bit too pressed forward though, not going to get on the end of it. That ends Karmine Corp's latest attack.
If you're KC, it's well, I would say demo Growly, but Growly's been more problematic on offense than on defense, and I'm not sure if you can hit anybody else right now. As 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Exotic down to Vatira. Here's Rezi to block everything.
Surely achieves. This has to be it. There's no way that they score. Surely not. I think that's it. They're not going to catch it. Hogan Mode have eliminated Karmine Corp. The run is alive. The Cinderella story goes on. Can you believe it?